Boys, I just wanted to have an opportunity to welcome tonight, to have the great opportunity of having a shir in our house where Rav Rosner. Rav Rosner is one of the greats in so many ways. Rav Rosner is doing many things all at once, doing the Nach Yomi already on second cycle now, finished many shirim. Rav Rosner is thousands of shirim and even more thousands of people listening to those shirim around the world. And one of the things that Rav Rosner does is also Nach. He does Nach Yomi, he does a Nach Perek a day, and we're at Yechezkel
Mem Aleph.
So Ramish finishing Yechezkel, and Rav Rosner's uniqueness is he does every single pasuk. He actually reads it inside, and he adds to it from the Gemaras, from Ma'alei Machshav, from the Farshah Pshat, across the board. Really worthwhile finding Rav Rosner on OU Torah.org, and he's got a podcast which is to be found on Apple Podcasts. You can find it, you can subscribe, really find it. So I wanted to really now the opportunity to have Rav Rosner here. Just to ask one or two basic questions here. Rav Rosner, you teach so many things. There's so much Torah, there's the daf, there's the mitzvah program, there's so many things you're doing. What about Nach is it that you find that's unique, that energizes you, gives you something special?
I would say the first point is that this is the only thing from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said this to the Nevi'im, that itself gives it a certain value. We might have to work a little harder to appreciate it. But it's clear the Rishonim, they knew Tanakh by heart. Ben Chamesh lo Mikra. Mikra is step one. And Yeshayahu wrote 66 prakim for a reason. And Yechezkel wrote 46 or so prakim for a reason. Yes, we're not used to it. We're used to others, but Rashi says in Parshas Kisisa, Rashi says on Kachaloso, based on the pasuk in Navi, right? Just like a kala is mekashet, beautifies yourself with 24 ornaments, so too a Talmid Chacham is someone who's a baki b'chav daled svar. So Rashi doesn't say a baki b'chav b'shas uposkin. Chav daled svarim. So chav daled svarim. So that's Rashi's definition. Right? There are a few definitions that Chazal have. Right? Marbim shalom ba'olam. That's a definition. Right? And one is baki with this. So again, we have to do our best. We have to look at every parak as unique messages. And again, that's what I try to do in my shir. I give a little summary in the first couple of minutes, and then pick out the messages from Gemara, from different mafarshim, messages, halacha, agada, hashkafa, and we do our best. But again, it's everything's a challenge, but it's doable. Everything is doable. Everything is, every area of halacha is doable. It's fine. We just have to start. There's a medrash. The medrash that talks about, a fool will say, "Oh, it's so big, it's so much. I'm not even starting." No, we have to do a little today, a little tomorrow, something yomi, and then we look back, and then afterwards we see how much we were able to accomplish.
Incredible. So actually on that exact topic, so for a lot of the chevra, we're all learning, we're going through together, we're learning Tanakh all together. What when you approach a Perek Tanakh can look like a big amount. Certainly, when we're not in the narrative, we're not in the stories here, So where's your starting point? You approach a Perek. Where do you start? How do you try to tackle that for all of us?
So I would say it's different for wherever you are, whatever you're connected to. It's always good to have a little bit of introductory information. One of the greatest, over the past number of decades, one of the greatest creations that we have is something called Kahati. Right? Kahati changed the face of Mishnayos, of learning Mishnayos. I'm not saying better or worse, just made it a different way. Obviously, the Rav and the Tosfos Yantiv and the Tiferes Yisrael, there's no substitute. But what is the godless of Kahati? What he often does, it originated with 2 Mishnayos printed in the newspaper every day. So at the beginning of each 2, if you notice, sometimes he gives a little bit of introductory information. Introductory information is a tremendous power. So there are many tools. Many of the Nevi'im out there today have an introductory little paragraph to say what the parak is going to be about. How many parts is it going to be broken up into? So knowing that already is half the battle. Knowing the structure. The Das Mikra has it as an introductory. The Art Scroll, the blue sets on the bottom, have an introduction. Whatever to get any introductory information. And again, then I would pick whatever what attracts a person. First of all, Hebrew or English, whichever one you're familiar with. Das Mikra has its own way. Regular, traditional Mikros Gedolos, the Radak is in you can't run Navi without Radak. One's looking for, basic Mefarshim, if one's starting with the Mefarshim. And, it's just more of a Kahati type is a Mitzudas David, Mitzudas Sion. And there are many out there, many again in all languages.